Greetings, everybody. I am Eric Paulson with Your Essential Practice. And before we get together with today's rune reading, I want to address the Tibetan prayer flags are absent because they are now decorating my canopy tent, which will be at many spiritual fairs that I will be having now and being a part of. And this is such a wonderful experience, y'all. I'll leave the description, or the link, I should say, in the description box below. And I also have this window open because it's such a beautiful sunny day out today. And the wind chimes are going, the birds are singing. I just thought it would be a really nice addition to today's video. Hopefully that translates through in the audio here as we continue on. All right, so with the energies of this 777 portal, we are also experiencing tomorrow on July 17th the Aries north node, the north node of the moon going into Aries and the south node going into Libra. So we're going to continue on with those aspects, right? A lot of them could be challenging for some, and for others they could be inspiring. This is causing us to embrace the inner warrior within us and to release that need for judgment constantly and to purge that, okay? Along with that is a challenging new moon also on the 17th of July tomorrow, and that is in Cancer. And there are some powerful conjuncts and squares and, positions in the cosmos that are coinciding with Pluto and Neptune along with this new moon. So it'll be a pretty challenging day, a lot of fluctuating, challenging energies, right? Just remember, let's just breathe it out. The only way out is through, right? So we can breathe it out, we can get grounded. A lot of these shifting energies will have us going from one pole to the other, back and forth and back and forth. But at the end, we'll be a lot more in tune, especially towards this new moon as it ends. We'll be more in tune with our emotions and our divining, our third eye, our intuition, right? And we'll be a lot more secure. So tomorrow with the new moon, it's great to look up a meditation, look up where these planetary bodies are affecting your chart, your birth chart. Okay, there are probably a lot of free ones that you can do online. You can just type in like a Google chat or something like that, my free birth chart or something like that. I know, like, for instance, off the top of my head, Cafe Astrology is one of many, many sites that does that. And when I was first getting out into my spiritual work, that's one of the sites I went to where I started learning about my birth chart. So, all of that out of the way, let's get into today's rune reading and guidance. How are we all feeling today? Let's get into this rune reading, but first we're going to do a nice cleansing with my rather weathered singing bowl. Hey, if you'd like to sponsor me, I could get another singing bowl. We could do more work like this, more unique videos. This is a $2 note representing uncommon abundance. So let's invite that uncommon abundance in as we clear this space energetically, emotionally, physically, mentally, with 3 deep breaths as the singing bowl does its work. Beautiful. And to let you know, with tomorrow's changing aspects, with the Aries North Node and Libra South Node The ruling planet for that transition will be Mars, and a great stone for that is garnet. These are some semi-polished garnet stones. There are other beautiful cut varieties of it out there. So garnet is a very good stone for this lunar north and south node nodule change up. All right. And for the new moon in Cancer, stones like moonstone, like this fella here, and this lady here, this is an orange moonstone. These are also very beneficial with the new moon aspects, okay? So you can look up different new moon stones for you or other forms of garnet, and those will all be very, very beneficial for you. Okay, let's get into today's rune reading. I have my bag tied up because I just did a personal reading earlier. In the past influences, we have Isa. This is ice. This is rigidity, frozen, ice, a standstill. This is feeling stuck. A lot of maybe repeated lessons and going with the present influences. Look at that, divine protection. This is Algies. This is the elk rune. Excuse me, Algies. This is self-defense, protection. Okay, so the present influences are knowing that through coming out of this stuck period, we're knowing that we are currently divinely protected with this change up that's happening tomorrow. We are definitely going to need to get into our future actions of endurance. This is the U branch. Okay. We're divinely protected here as we endure in our future actions. Okay. So the U branch, Y-E-W, right? That was a branch that was used for bows way back in the day of the creation of these runes, right? So when the U branch is not enduring, it can snap these branches right off and it becomes this rune again. This is the Isa rune, right? The ice rune. And that could mean that we might have to be repeating lessons, knowing that maybe we failed some aspect of this situation. But however, when we do endure this U branch, it shifts and turns into the sun rune, which is a natural success. So your actions taken for the best outcome are in the birch branch. Okay, this is the rune Berkana. This is birth, beginnings, B for beginnings, B for birth, B for birch, right? You can always remember it that way. This is a sense of familial nurturing. Okay, so the more we are of service to others in a non-selfish way, in a selfless way, right? The more we do things just because it helps that other energy to heal, to succeed, right? The more we invite that back onto ourselves, right? That's basic law of karma described right there. In the feelings and emotions, we have Dagas. This is the rune of dawn. This is like a new beginning. This is a transformative experience. This looks like a cocoon or an hourglass tipped on its side where things tend to be at a standstill, like what we've been feeling. And so our feelings and emotions are, okay, great. Do we need to be into more of this waiting and stuff? Well, no. When we endure, we're divinely protected. We get to nurture ourselves through nurturing others. And this could mean through a family member or even receiving that nurturing, maybe reaching out to a family member, a caregiver of some kind even. All right, the possible problems are in this horse rune. right? This is Ewas. This is a sign of loyalty or pilgrimage. This is a trusted, energetic source that has proven itself to you. So will this source endure with you is what you're wondering. Is the knowledge gained or the pilgrimage you're going on going to lead you to that successful outcome? Let us see. In the future outcome, look at that. This is the Divine Feminine rune. This is a lot of being by water, the sea, the lake. It's being a part of flow. This is the rune of prophetic dreams. Therefore, it's the rune of the Divine Feminine, right? So when we're in this aspect, we are either near water or cleansing with water, like dowsing, right? We could also be in healing of the Divine Feminine aspects, right? So when we heal, and a lot of people fail to realize this, when we heal one aspect, we also in turn begin to heal the other. We begin to call out the other. So when this divine feminine aspect is being healed, we begin to heal also the divine masculine, and we begin to call out that energy of the divine masculine and challenge it some more within ourselves and within others. Okay? As this pertains to the 777 portal and these upcoming shifts, we're feeling like we're waiting for this to even happen, right? And we're a little in our heads with the present influences about, are we going to be protected in the future? What's our stability like? Well, you're divinely protected, and that's the best kind of protection there is. Think of an elk planting its hoof in the permafrost, right? It is unmovable and so majestic, right? So noble. So we're divinely protected. So we need to take that information and that feeling, that emotion with us as we endure in our future actions, right? Because this can also be a sense of, okay, well, this isn't what I expected it to be. Well, nothing ever is it? So get that image out of your head and know that whatever comes your way, you're enduring. And you can always call on this familial aspect, this birthplace, or maybe this is a beginning for you, a new birth, a rebirth for you, right? So this could mean a reaffirmation of your beliefs. And this Dagas rune is our feelings and emotions going through that sort of metamorphosis and that change, and wondering if this pilgrimage is going to be worth it. Okay, so this isn't the possible problems here. But when we're nurtured and we're addressing this in a healthy way, look at that. Just know that whatever happens in your possible problems, you are divinely protected. All right? This endurance goes hand in hand with what you are going to become. You see? As we endure, and it's that same old adage, as we sow, so we reap. So as we endure determines this this feeling, this emotion of ours, what our outlooks are going to be, what our future actions are going to be in addressing this energy, right? But look at this. If we don't heal the divine feminine, we can repeat that lesson. So through this transition phase, especially with Cancer, new moon, and the North Node and South Node changing up, a lot of things are going to feel very shaken up. All right, especially with those aspects impacting us with that new moon facing off with Pluto and Neptune. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of prophetic dreams coming in. Pay attention to that. Know you're protected. Get into the nurturing aspects of it. Instead of a weird dream being like, oh, is that a warning sign? Is that this and that? Don't be ruled by fear, right? Nurture that in a good way. Begin a new thought by saying, thank you for that insight. What lessons do I have to learn? Or what lessons do I get to learn? That's even better. What do I get to learn? What do I get to change? What do I get to overcome? Because no matter what, I have faith. If there's ever a rune of faith, it's definitely this elk rune, because you are divinely protected. Okay, all of this is a trapping of an ego right here. When we're starting to second guess a lot of our trusted energetic sources, right? Some of those may fall off to the wayside as we mature or evolve or shift in our way of thinking and our way of doing things. That's okay, because there will be more to come. And through that recognition and that nurturing, you will be healing that divine feminine aspect of yourself, and therefore beginning to look at aspects that you can get into right after the new moon, of maybe getting into healing that divine masculine afterwards. But first, let's get through this new moon tomorrow and this shift of Aries North Node and Libra South Node. Let's pull a card for clarity from the Soul's Journey card deck. These are messages straight from source, directly to your spirit, directly to your soul, right from divine. These are all divinely guided messages. So divine, what clarity do you have to offer through tomorrow's potentially confusing and conflicting energies? What clarity do you have to offer for today's guided rune reading? Please show me clearly and make it a doubt that it comes from, make it without any doubt that it comes from you. Divine, please show us clearly. Give us one card, or two, or three for guidance, doesn't matter. There we go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So this is the card of fear. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. Wow. So maybe a lot of fearful energy is coming up recently. You know, and when it comes to that fear, that's a lot of reflecting on the past a little too much and getting into our future thoughts a little too much, isn't it? When we can be in the here and the now, this fear falls away naturally. Remember, you're not fighting to lose an aspect rather than to gain the love. When you gain that loving aspect, that fear naturally falls away. You don't even need to focus at all on this fear. Know that with loving energy, you're going to be onto brilliant things in the future here. Possibly new energies, new trusted sources, right? A pilgrimage. Maybe some of us might be physically changing our locations where we live, what our careers might be, and emotionally looking at things in a new light. Pay attention to those prophetic dreams, okay? And let's get into reading more about this card. Again, it says, I realize that I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. The outcome of all choices in life is determined by two emotions, fear and love. Your soul is made of the energy of love, and fear is an earthly manifestation of a challenge. To embrace and wallow in fear is to go against your very being. Fear in its many guises is the obstacle that your soul uses to test its tenacity to stay on track. For a soul, human life can be very difficult, but acknowledging that your soul's true nature is love will always help you on your path. When fear rears its ugly head, it's really an opportunity for you to stare it in the eye and turn that doubt into trust. Turn that fear and the doubt into trust. You can endure this way. When we're feeding that fear, we're going to repeat that lesson, right? When we don't go on that trusted energetic journey, right? When we don't heal that divine feminine, we're going to repeat that. Okay, that is all fear stuff. But in love, you can know you're divinely guided, know that you're going to endure, knowing that you're nurtured, knowing that you're evolving, right? Knowing that you are possibly meeting new energies and going on new wonderful experiences and journeys and healing that divine feminine. What lesson are you learning from these fearful emotions? The more you use the energy of love to diffuse fearful situations, the less often they will present themselves. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's pull a card from the fairy deck. Fairies are awesome beings who are also divine creatures of guidance. So fairies, what clarity do you have to offer for us today for today's rune reading? Y'all, I'm already starting to feel that Pluto and that Neptune facing off with the moon energies. Yeah, it can be quite confusing. So fairies, I was just about to ask you again. So thank you, fairies, for giving us this card. And this is a beautiful confirmation, everyone. Your wish is granted. What you've asked for is coming true. What you've asked for is coming true. Is this a new career? Is this a new love energy in your life? Is this deep healing work that you might not have noticed before? Let me know in the comments below. Let's go on this journey together. How beautiful. Your wish is granted. Let's read more on that card. All right. Again, it says, what you've asked for is coming true. The fairies know how to magically manifest all their material needs and desires. And they also assist people, like yourself, in making their dreams come true. This card represents that the fairies are very happy to grant your wish. They work in concert with all of the universal forces and energies. But you can also help your prayer rapidly manifest by going with the flow, right, in your own life. Stay as centered and peaceful as possible because negativity could block your desire. Go outside in nature often to keep your spirit soaring with the magical energies of joy and gratitude. Additional meanings for this card are a loved one is planning a surprise for you. That could be that, yeah. Or your thoughts are manifesting into form very quickly. So be sure that your silent prayers and spoken words are aligned with your desires and not your fears. Nurture those thoughts, right? Nurture the good ones. Don't even worry about the bad ones. They'll fall off naturally. Just nurture the good ones. You can endure this, I promise, because you're divinely protected. Trust in the universe is another. And that's this again, that rune of faith. Trust in the universe. Y'all, We don't need to keep thinking about the future, right? We got AI making scary stuff happen and wars and all that, but we don't need to worry about it. To worry about it is giving that energy to that and helping it to manifest even more. Why would you want that? Instead, it's great to say, I am free, I am sovereign, I am loved. Look in the mirror. Say, thank you, me, for showing up for me. I love you. Thank you. Do a Ho'oponopono mantra. For those who don't know what Ho'oponopono is, that is, I am sorry. Please forgive me. I thank you. I love you. Say that into the mirror for about 5 minutes. That's all it takes. You brush your teeth in the mirror. You comb your hair in the mirror. How often do you give yourself those nurturing energies? Allow yourself to endure and transform. All right. The final meaning, additional meaning for this card is keep a sense of wonder and awe. So, like in the Bible, it also says that the kingdom of God ought to be received as with the energies and the wonder of a child, like receiving a gift, right? We see children as they explore and learn new things. Oh, this is the coolest thing. But then as we get to be older, we get a little more complacent and a little more programmed, right? It's time to heal that inner child, I think, during this. I think this is a huge transitional opportunity to heal that inner child. A chance to let go of that fear and to help your wishes come true. Let's pull out a chakra token. To see what further guidance we can get today. This is beautiful. That goes right along with this too. This is the heart chakra. Okay, colors associated with the heart chakra are green, gray, and light brown. So the heart chakra solfeggio frequency is 639 hertz, 639. And it's in the center of your chest, basically where your heartbeat is, right? It's associated with love, forgiveness, and compassion. If you're someone who is distrustful, unable to receive love, or has difficulty maintaining relationships, then you should stimulate that heart chakra. Okay? Once you've unblocked the heart chakra, you'll find that you're more open to receiving love. And you give more love more easily and effortlessly. And effortlessly connecting with others. So you get to nurture yourself. You get to connect with others. A lot of us might be feeling pretty alone still, but with the divine, we're never alone. With ourselves, we're never alone. We have our spiritual family. We have that nourishment. We have that beautiful beginning waiting for us. All right, that heart chakra will definitely help you have more of that energy to endure as well. So the heart chakra mantra is YAM, Y-A-M. So while we're listening to the 369 hertz, I believe I'm sorry. As we're listening to the 639 hertz, I get those numbers mixed up sometimes, y'all, sorry. We can repeat the mantra YAM, Y-A-M. And the heart chakra is a beautiful one, heart chakra mudra is a beautiful one where we're starting off in the prayer position, okay? And we're just opening it up. With the pinkies and the thumbs connected, we're just opening up and spreading those fingers like the beautiful bloom of a lotus, right? So you can picture that lotus blossoming from your heart space while repeating YAM and listening to that 639 solfeggio frequency. All right, everybody, that was a great rune reading. I believe definitely the divine has a message for us just to endure a lot of these confusing energies coming up, right? And Patience, patience, patience. I know a lot of that sounds like a broken record thing, but in the meantime, that 639 hertz, along with that heart chakra mudra, right? As we enter up into our frequencies in our heart space, we can picture that lotus blossom blooming, right? So, Yam is the mantra for that, and that'll help us release that fear and accept that our wish is granted. Don't get in our heads like, oh, what if, or I should just, just in case, or nope, nope, don't even think about that. Nope, because the more we do, the less we're likely to endure, right? Endurance is the key. And I know a lot of you probably don't like to hear that. You want to be told what to do, what to think, okay? What the divine specifically has to say for you, right? For those, definitely contact me for a personal reading at youressentialpractice@gmail.com, and I'll be happy to give you that definite personal reading with the step-by-step instructions on what you need to do. However, this is a more general reading for the general energies for everybody through the 777 portal. Okay, I greatly thank you guys and ladies for this wonderful opportunity to be invited into your space, and I feel blessed to share this energy with you. Right, a lot of these conflicting, confusing energies, I'm even stumbling around on my words and my thoughts a little bit more today because I'm feeling a lot more of those energies coming through from that, the new moon and the Pluto and Neptune and North Node in Aries coming up, and that South Node in Libra as well. So patience, love, nurturing. Definitely seek out family members, maybe spiritual family members, could be a congregation member, caregiver of some kind. This is a beautiful birth and a new beginning for you, right? Some of us, that purge may be pretty, for lack of a better word, almost a violent kind of a feeling, where it's a very life-changing and prophetic event. However, when we're in our love space, we're more accepting of that energy, and we can recognize it for how beautiful it actually is. That we get the opportunity to rewrite ourselves, to rewrite history, to have a real meaningful impact on those around us and those in the world for future generations too. All right, I believe that's all I have for you today. Thank you for allowing me in this space again, and have a blessed and abundant day. Namaste.